Hazard and Louisa from Village Sarah. There she is.
Ow, 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 ow.
Mia Winters, our leading lady.
Hi,
guys. BSA agent Tundra and mysterious doll maker Donna Beneviento.
There she is.
Yes.
There she is.
Work.
Now, what would Donna do without her doll?
Yeah! Woo!
Oh, yes.
There it is.
Evelyn, Paul Rose.
Oh! Woo!
Let's fly on up to Castle Demetress with Daniela Demetress.
Hi, baby girl.
Nicole also played villager Elena, whose family was a victim of the horrors created by Mother Miranda, played gloriously by Michelle. Last but certainly not least, in fact, she's probably most winner of the Golden Joystick Award for Best Performance as Lady Demetress, Maggie Robertson.
Woo!
Let's bite right in, shall we?
Love that. All right.
Love a pun.
Let's just hop it in here.
You know,
Just right on my nose.
This first question is for Sarah, Katie, and Paula.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay, great.
We're on it.
What? You're asking questions. You've all been in both Resident Evil 7 and 8. What do you feel is the significance of this Resident Evil craze happening right now, considering all of the current events and the way global history is progressing?
Oh, damn.
We'd like to start off with a really light question.
I wish for world peace. I don't know.
I'd say, probably it hit at just the right time for people, being as we were all missing connections over the last year. So to be able to have a family/cult, and and a community was such a welcome escape that I think it really struck a nerve and fulfilled some sort of purpose that we didn't even know we needed.
Oh.
And adding to, I'm just going to sit on your lap.
Do it. I like it.
Adding to escape. I mean, this game compared to 7, there was this fantasy element that 7 didn't have that I think is super beautiful, and these strong female characters. And if you kind of look at it, the majority of the characters that are scaring us, leading us, and helping us are females in this game.
And lying to us. A little bit of lying.
So it's a privilege kind of to see also people gravitating to these characters, be it non-binary people, LGBTQ. It's really freaking amazing to watch compared to 7, which was a great game, but it's that family element as well, and this one gave us so much more in that sense to me. So
7 was nice because it was smaller, so it was kind of a nice foot in the door to Resident Evil, to learning about the characters and where it's going to go in the new realm, because it brought back the horror to Resident Evil, which was really, really nice and cool to be a part of. But with 8, it became so much more, because I remember liking 7, there's only 6 of us. But with 8, it was just, it expanded it. And I mean, I love, I love fairy tales and all these different things. So when it opened it up to this Village of Shadows style, it just kind of all the different characters and seeing how powerful the women in it, because usually you see maybe one. In a lot of video games, you get one powerful woman, if you're lucky. In this one, it was just nonstop. It was like every woman who showed up in this game had something. There was no throwaways with 8, which was really nice to see. And I mean, I grew up with video games back in the day that just didn't have that kind of background. So it's just fresh. It's nice.
Scratching.
Yeah. Something that's needed.
There was an itch.
Yes.
We're happy to scratch your itches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the vilified female characters are often made more personable and likable with bold personalities and flamboyant costumes. And then there's Mia and Donna, who stand out without leaning into the old sex appeal. So Katie and Andy, what would you say makes them so appealing to fans?
What? What do you mean no sex appeal? That grandma sweater, I'm telling you.
Like the veil. Some people
Andy?
She's like, I'm hot as hell.
Yeah, right?
Look at her. Come
Have
on.
you seen Daniela? She's very pretty. I just had to say that. Daniela, I hope you're watching this. I think you're very beautiful. She's the face model. If anybody didn't know that wasn't like a
Everyone
random
was really
reference.
confused, yeah.
Okay,
But
so
she's
covered up compared to like
very,
yes. No, I understand.
past.
Yes,
where it's
yes.
what
No,
is
that
this
is not.
These
that
are
is not,
boobs and these are like
obviously Donna's primary
swimsuit.
attraction. Can you repeat the question?
Excellent.
What would you say makes your character so appealing to fans?
Oh, the universal understanding, and I really do think it is universal, of the social anxiety and the fear of rejection. I mean, we are all at core people who long to be, who need to be part of a tribe, and the idea that you could be expelled from that tribe is a very death feeling. So understanding that and relating to that, even if you don't personally feel it to this extent, seeing yourself represented, that fear represented, I think is a huge thing to
People.
yeah. That wasn't where I was going to go, but that also works. I need Angie to finish my sentence.
She needs help, yeah.
Speak for me.
I mean, I would say on Mia's side that it's the attraction is actually kind of a dual. It's a very love-hate. I mean, I'm sure most of you can agree. Mia, she's got her things that she's dealt with. She wasn't exactly honest, but she grew throughout the series. So I think having Mia have that very human quality of screwing up, trying to fix it, growing, that's something we all do. We all make mistakes. We try to fix them. We try to have that happy life that we all want to have. And that's what she ended up fighting for. So I think that's kind of where, with her, you didn't so much need the sex appeal. It was just, you can see yourself in her. You can see yourself making the mistakes, fighting for your family, wanting to stick with it all, and just, that's what's the most important thing, family. So for me, that's always what attracted me to her.
Definitely. I mean, family is a major theme in all of the Resident Evil games. We have a few answers from fans as well. I had to kind of handpick answers because of time. But this one is from our little JGGK.
Hi.
Hi.
There
So
she
Kay
is.
says, Mia is such a rich and complex character despite what little story she's given, and I think that's really special. And being that Donna is a beloved character by many, with her backstory and lore being built from the ground up by fans, having some people interpret her as asexual as well as homoromantic is really nice. It helped dispel the myth that one must be both aromantic and asexual.
Yes, heck yeah.
Can I change my answer to that?
Yes!
That's an incredible
That's a great answer.
Makes me want to cry. You're so smart. I have faith in humanity.
Now, Katie, as leading ladies go, not only is Mia fully dressed, but fierce. Again with the... Paul, we're going to have words. When you were first auditioning for her, did you know all this was about
you also
her?
fully dressed?
And how much of her badassery was baked in, and how much did you add?
So when I first auditioned, how much did I know about it?
I guess that's a good question.
To be honest, I think like most of us, so I started in 7, and when I first auditioned, I had no idea. I had no idea the game, the company. I just came in and they told me, okay, we want to see your best possessed demonic sounds and actions, go. So I was in a big old room and director on one side, and he said, start over there and slowly crawl and do whatever you want and work your way towards me and scare me. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't know what was going on. So it was a lot of, had to take my shoes off, got barefoot in the stage, just started crawling around and doing a lot of so that kind of fun stuff. So I honestly thought I was just doing some tiny little cute zombie video game. So that's what I thought I was doing. And then I got called back for the normal version because they didn't think one actor could do both. They were possibly going to cast two different actors. One is regular Mia and one is demonic. Luckily, I can be normal.
Yay!
I can kind of be normal. Yeah, so it wasn't until well into shooting that I learned that it was Resident Evil. So that was really, really cool. A good year into shooting it is when I learned. But that meant when Village came around, I knew. It was really exciting, unlike some people. It was really exciting to actually know what was going on this time. But yeah, it was neat being able to. I think everyone would agree. A lot of the directors and Capcom, we had our base of what the characters were. We had our scripts, but they wanted to see what we would do with it. They wanted to see what we could pull out of these characters, especially since most of us had kind of two different versions of our characters. It was normal or even the normalist version, and then the super extreme fighting, version. So everybody kind of had to play those two sides, which was really, really fun.
True. Thank you. Well, Sarah, you also help out behind the scenes on the producing side.
Yes, she does.
Awareness or hope for the game on that side of the lens as you were making it regarding this fresh take on female characters?
I'll just use this mic. So I work really closely with the American producer Rosanna Sun from The Workhouse.
Yeah.
She was a producer on the Matrix movies.
Another strong female.
Right. And she's someone when after 7, I said I would just like to learn from you. So if I could sit in on meetings or just stalk you, learn about casting through you. And she...
So smart.
You. And just because she's so cool, and I've heard her on many occasions on phone calls have to say her resume to men so that they take her seriously. And she is a badass, she is no nonsense, and she will tell you how it is. And it's something that I don't have because I am a people pleaser, so I'm trying to gain that from her. But it was cool going into 8, and I got to read with a bunch of these wonderful ladies and auditions, and I try and give it as much so that that person knows, because sometimes you read with someone and it's a blank slate, and then if you give a little and you look at them, I see just freaking magic happen, and all these people made magic happen, and it was incredible. But just to have so many women come in and audition, there were very few men, and Rosanna was in the room as well, and it was just this powerful female energy that felt comfortable, and I hope you guys all felt safe to do weird shit. And
obviously,
Rosanna asks to do the weirdest things. She'll just be like, "Okay, I need you just to scream, but from your guttural, you're about to die." And then you're also auditioning next to a restaurant, so you're like, "Okay, here he goes."
I'm gonna go get gelato after this.
right. Yeah, we grab some scoop of gelato. So it was wonderful to be able to see from the beginning of the process, behind the scenes before we even had auditions, to kind of what kind of characters, what kind of people, and having worked on 7, knowing that we need more. You need, I don't want to say more than just an actor, but there's so many things with motion capture that are so different than working on film and or theater. It's this mix of the two.
The knowledge.
Yeah. And it's mentally taxing as well as physically taxing. So I forgot the question too, but thank you for your time.
We'll get to you guys.
I'm happy to listen. You're doing excellent.
Andy, I'm here. Managing director of Mind's Eye Tribe, an academy for actors studying motion capture.
Is true.
Awesome kick-ass classes.
Yes.
You
Thank you.
From that perspective, what would you like to see in the future of video game characters, and how can the fans help?
Oh my goodness, the future of video game characters. This is a really big question.
It's on you.
I know, this is
You're all about the future.
It's really interesting because what I'm seeing is, I think that video games is sort of the future of entertainment. We're always going to have movies the way that we always have theater and all of that, but especially as We were actually talking about this yesterday in class, that as there are more strikes in the film world, video games are becoming a bigger thing because that's what we have to watch, right? And we're seeing more and more video games coming up to a level of cinematics that are at a movie level, right? Which is it's really incredible. And I think in terms of characters, what do you say to that? I want, there's so much variety, and as someone who is helping run a school, I see so many students come through, and the creativity, because we aren't, in some of our classes we hand them scripts, but a lot of them we don't, and we let them just build their own characters. Like maybe they'll get a concept art that will show them, and they build this whole character, and the imagination and the creativity is so incredible. And can you hear me? Did everybody miss that?
No,
I thought I was
You can also pick it
Back
up if
to
you
one.
like.
Back to one.
I would like to carry.
Hey! There it is.
I don't know. I hope you all heard that. I was like, you're in the front row. I know my projection's not that bad. So I would love to see more. I want to see more people coming in and playing different roles, not just different characters, but putting on more hats, right? Because there is so much creativity. And I did an interview that also had Anthony Johnston on it, who's the writer, one of the primary writers for Village, and got to talk to him about the process of writing that and how inclusive it was, how many people had say in the story. I was asking him questions on Donna's backstory, and he was like, wait, that's in the game? And I was like, interesting, very interesting, because there are so many people who are included, and more I'm seeing the actors have say in their characters, and they have say in the performance of them. I do a lot of creature work, and kind of get to come up with a lot of personality for the creatures, because the game designers don't necessarily they're not in the body of the creature. Like they've designed it, and they understand it, and they understand how it moves and everything, and that's a good conversation, but they don't necessarily have the personality of the creature. And so I'm looking to see more of that, because I'm seeing it in our classes, and it's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. You haven't lived until you've been across from Andy doing a creature in a scene. Ooh, boy, it is transformative. It is
Do it from across the table.
Or if you're just hanging out with her.
I have done that on campus before. I'm not wearing the right shoes.
So this one's for Paula. There are many mothers and daughters in 7 and 8. We have Lady D with Bela, Cassandra, and Daniela, Miranda with Ava and Evelyn, Mia with Rose, Marguerite with Lucas and Zoe, and some could say Donna with Angie.
Oh.
How did this new motherhood-centric chapter of Resident Evil speak to you as a mother yourself?
Wow.
getting deep.
Right. Correct. It really coincided with my own journey of motherhood, because I actually got the call to audition for 7 about an hour-ish after I'd given birth for the first time. I thought it was my aunt calling, and I answered it, otherwise I probably wouldn't. And it was Rosada asking me to audition, and I was so excited, and she was like, would you like to come in tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know if I can come in tomorrow. I just had a baby, like an hour-ish ago. She was like, wait, what? But she's a mother herself and was amazing at being like, girl, take a couple days to a week or so. And
But
then
in 3 days.
Right, 3 days. I think I came in about 2 weeks later, and it was amazing, with newborn in tow. In the vomit, all of Capcom in suits, because you guys had already been filming when Evelyn started for quite a few months. So I came in and had no idea what I was getting myself into. But to answer the rest of the question, I think that mothers in general are kind of the universal human tragedy in a way, right? In that every single one of us has a mother, whether or not they're a good mother or in our lives, or maybe they're wonderful. Either way, it's a tragedy eventually, because either you're missing the thing that you needed, that mother, or you have it now and eventually will lose it. So we all have this very visceral connection to that relationship. right? Somehow, so we all can feel it. So it's easy to become terrified of mothers and motherhood, or losing, or seeing the other side of it when at a certain age. Hello, my two kids, where you would do anything for your kids. There is a very, very fierce part of motherhood that I think is so relatable. So I think them tapping into the fact that that's so universal is genius on the side of Capcom and the storytellers, and really spoke to a lot of us. About 5 million plus at this point, right? Yeah, I hope I answered that. Yes, thank you so much for coming to my mom talk.
Just make us cry, why don't you?
So speaking of mothers, Michelle, mother Miranda, will do anything to get her daughter back, even form a 100-year cult, kidnap a baby, and mutate and murder an entire village. I hear. It is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's like,
Just
kiss it, just kiss it.
Just get up on it.
Sorry, I'm listening. What's the question?
I hear to play a villain while you approach it like they're the good guy in their own mind. So what of yourself did you bring to her? What did you love about her?
I'm definitely not the authority on playing villains, because I think I've actually only done it twice in my entire career. However, I don't know if I necessarily agree that playing a villain as a good guy is the answer. I don't know what the answer is, but like personally, my approach was to find the humanity in her, because people are rarely just bad or just good. We're complex creatures, and finding something in Miranda that people could find some compassion for was the key for me to make her a more 3D, believable, full character. So I don't know. I would say that rather than just playing it as a good guy. I'm just looking at Katie's face. She's just.
I'll duck. Lucy's there.
Want me to hold it?
You're
You
good.
can zoom in like this.
I gotta zoom. Don't mind me, guys.
In terms of like what I brought to her myself, I mean, she's extra. I mean, I'd like to think I'm not that extra.
Own it. Just own it.
Thanks, Maggie. I mean, for me, again, on the theme of motherhood, that was my way in. This might be TMI, but like I've always wanted to have children, but it didn't happen for me.
Sorry, there was a hair just like.
Perfect timing.
I was fucking ruined my moment. It's blonde.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting going.
Maggie.
Your moment.
Run away.
I'll just edit that out, it's fine.
Yeah, my way in really was, I always wanted to have children, didn't really happen for me, so I really understand the yearning to have a child at a very visceral level. And so for me, that was quite an easy thing to bring into the performance. So that, I would say, is a huge part of me that's in her. The rest, I mean, I'd like to say it's me on a bad day, maybe, because I'm fairly chill. But if you cross me, I can be a fucking nightmare. So there is a little. And what do I love about her? I mean, what's not to love? Right?
True.
Do you know what I love about her is that she's so extra, and she goes after what she believes is hers and really doesn't care about anyone. There's something about that drive that I don't have that I admire in her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, she's got like go-getter
Yeah.
attitude. So.
I like it.
Thanks, Katie.
Very nice.
So now Nicole, this wasn't your first dance with Capcom either. Beyond Daniela and Elena, you were also Jill Valentine.
Woo!
And the Resident Evil 3 remake, an iconic leading lady of gaming.
Ooh, there we go.
While there's certainly fan fantasies aplenty regarding these characters, there was also something deeper, an empowering vibe, as well as a sense of family many were touched by.
Just like.
So how did the fan reception to these characters differ? And what conversations have they inspired that you've been proudest of?
Oh, wow.
Gosh. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I think that's really cool. The receptions are different because the characters are really different. I think with Jill specifically, like, It's stepping into a role that exists. It's stepping into a really iconic role that exists, whether or not you're a fan of Resident Evil even. Like, people know Jill Valentine because she has such a history in gaming. So for that, really, you know, I was most amazed at just the age range of people and fans that were coming to me, whether it was someone new who had never played Resident Evil before that's just like, oh my god, Jill's my favorite, you're amazing, and then someone who was like there in freaking 90s, you know, has played every single one as they released and is like, you brought so much justice to Jill, you know, like it was so nice to see her in this way, or you know, so it's just like such a wonderful thing because she means so much to so many different people in so many different ways. So really for me, I get to be kind of a vessel of what other people feel about Jill and just reflect that back and go, yeah, she is strong, or yeah, she does keep getting back up, or yeah, it was really fun to give her this like gritty, realistic version after she's had some really cheeky moments in the series. You know what I mean? Like it was that's what I loved about this. I love really good storytelling, and so I loved being part of that. And then, I mean, for Danny, what is there to say? What was the reception? The guys and the gays just being like all over it, you know?
Love it.
Musical.
They thought she was magical. And so that, I mean, that really legitimately, like the audience of amazing humans that have come because of Daniela Dimitrescu and Mama D and the whole House Dimitrescu with Village is just blowing my mind. I have learned so much. I have met so many people that have inspired me to watch what these characters mean to people and go like, didn't know that was going to happen in that way. Like, people really bring their own stories to these characters and find their own stories in these characters, and that's what's really special about what we do, is like we do something and then we let it go. I'm stealing Maggie's line, sorry Mags. And then it's not ours anymore. It becomes everyone else's and how they receive and play that. You're welcome.
They steal everything.
So anyway, I don't know if I responded to that well, but basically that's it. Just, I mean, it's really, really just beautiful to see what these characters mean to people, and when people come up and tell me like their different stories. I played this with my brother, or this was the first time that I felt seen, or you know, oh god, it's gonna make me cry. I've had so many good stories, and it means so much, because that's what we're here to do, is tell good stories and make people's lives better, or make them think, or just entertain them for a while.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. Why are you crying, Lucy? You lost me. You lost me. I was just like, oh,
Girl.
Done?
I like. No, I know. I'm like, I just would like.
I love that answer. Yeah, I resonate with that a lot. Oh my god.
So just
course.
touch-ups.
There we go. Touch-ups.
There we go.
Nicole made people cry.
I love that answer. Like, I love Lady B, and I'm Carolee Lana, right? And yeah.
True story.
Maggie.
There she is.
Before the game came out, the press buzz was full of the low-hanging fruit of fanboys drooling over this larger-than-life goddess. Yet, as we got to play, we found Castle Dimitrescu is filled with sapphic art and props. And probably not coincidentally, the fandom has filled with lesbians and sapphics. Many fan works depict Lady comforting the artist in one way or another. How do you feel about your character helping so many with self-acceptance, some for the first time?
I feel really great. Oh, the mic comes to me. I don't go to the mic. Yes. Sorry.
Playback.
All right, let's see here.
Set it up, really, girl.
No, I feel really great about it. Nicole, still my answer.
I'm sorry.
But it is really special. It does feel like these characters now have taken on a life of their own. They are constantly expanding and growing past what we created in the game, and that's been really special to watch happen and to see her evolve. She is so multidimensional and complex, and that has everything to do with you guys continuing to add and grow her.
See what you did there.
Where was I? Let's go. You're growing her in little petri dishes. Great.
We believe in you.
There's
You
something
you
about
can
this
do this.
room that is making us forget what to say. I was just like, bleh, and it goes away.
Right, yes, love and acceptance. We're back. Yeah, that's been really special too, especially as an actor to have been a part of a role in a franchise that now has built a community that is founded on. I'm just making everyone have problems and creating problems for everyone. Okay.
Never.
It's founded on, ironically, being the villain, but it seems like what she's done is helped build a community that is based around love and respect and openness and being yourself, being your true self, your authentic self, and not taking shit from nobody. And I think that's really wonderful and humbling to be a part of, to have the opportunity to create those communities and those open spaces for people who need them, who need a family, because as with Lady D, sometimes you create your own family, and they're just as important and just as special and loving, wonderful. So you guys have created your own family with this franchise. We're a part of your family. We are a family that has been created. So it's just really wonderful to be a part of families. I feel like we now need to be in the Fast and Furious franchise. Family.
Family.
Driving? Are we racing or are we talking? All right, that's my pitch. I'm gonna go.
I like it.
I have a question for you, Maggie. Maggie, did you just give your mic stand a mask?
She's working on her costume. Because this is such a sensitive and heartwarming topic, as you can see.
Oh, baby girl.
This is why Sarah's here. She's got the best hugs. Best hugs ever.
Is that a word? Hugs. Yeah, pretty much. We'd like to share with you some of the feedback given about you and your character.
You can get through this. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Sarah's got it.
Calvary is here says, Lady D helped a lot with my self-confidence, and Donna helped me come to terms with some past traumas. They aren't real, but I don't want to imagine my life without their influence.
Did you guys share? I have a little bit.
This is all I got left.
Nicole, aka LGBT Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu has made me feel comfortable in my own skin. She's not a stick-thin, airbrushed character, and people still see her as beautiful, so it's helped me see my conventionally imperfect face and body as beautiful as well. As for my sexuality, the general consensus of her being sapphic has made me feel much more confident. Hazel says, I was diagnosed with autism after 4 years of waiting, and Lady D helped me to become more comfortable unmasking. Tyler says, Lady D made me realize who I was. I kept collecting parts of her outfit until one thing led to another, and turns out deep down I'm a woman. Nice.
Yes, Tyler!
Vampire Bimbo says, Lady D helped me cope with my insecurities that being into women made me manly and ugly and not as feminine as I want to be. She's a powerful femme woman who clearly loves women, and it doesn't make her any less. This one is a big one. Rose says, Alcina is completely unapologetic about her immense stature in a world where women are pressured to take up as little space with our bodies as possible. Any body type that goes against the norm for women in games, especially when the character with that body is presented as beautiful and portrayed carrying an aura of power and confidence, thank you, Maggie Robertson, is incredibly freeing and comforting for those of us with body image issues. Myself and many women in the fan base feel more confident about the parts of our bodies we've been made to feel undesirable for having, because Lady D has those features and receives outpourings of love from folks all over the world. Also, I can't understate the importance of seeing a female video game character over 40 with the honest features of a woman over 40. Alcina's signs of aging have not been smoothed out and wiped away like something to hide. nor has she been boxed into the old horror trope of mature and powerful women as hags. She is simply allowed to exist as attractive and middle-aged in a sea of media that quietly implies, through a lack of representation of older women, that we hit some kind of beauty expiry date once we hit 35.
You guys are so smart.
Yeah.
What? You're so eloquent. You go on the panel? What?
Like, switch it up. I need to hear this.
Those were Rose's words, not mine.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I don't know if
Back to
you're here.
those
Yes.
words.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. I tried so hard to keep all of that as much as I could.
You did good.
You did great.
So this one's for everyone. What do you think of all the sexy fan art and fan fiction? Have you seen it already? Empowering, intrusive, alarming, amazing. What do you think?
Maggie doesn't have any, so we're gonna move on.
Yeah, just skip her.
Marguerite has some, and I loved it. It was
It's epic.
awesome.
It is
She
epic.
looked great. It was cool. I felt amazing.
They nailed the bugs.
They nailed the
Nailed
bugs
the
that come
bugs.
out of her vagine. It felt cool. I tend to play characters who are a lot older. I have a psychic one said I have like an older aura. So
It's on your resume.
yeah, so I play older characters, and it felt it's interesting, and I love that because I would never want to shame anyone for anything that they like. So if you like Marguerite, hell yeah, go after it,
Go for it.
friend. So
Yay.
I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Enjoyed it.
My turn.
I do.
2 mics? Okay. So I guess I don't think there's as much sexy fan art.
Remember,
for
you don't have any
Mia.
sex appeal, so that was that. Remember
Yeah,
that?
no sex
Mia doesn't
sorry,
have
sorry.
sex appeal. I was like, hey now,
Totally kidding. Hello. We have eyes.
over 35's here, leave me alone. I have seen a lot of the fan art though, just in general, and I appreciate the fact that Mia doesn't have that overtly sex appeal, because then I think with the fan art it gets so creative. Some of the stuff I've seen with the Winters family has been my absolute favorite. Gorgeous artwork, and it's so like loving and homey, and yeah, it just like, I'm from the Midwest, so it gives me all like the warm tingly feelings when I see it. It just like makes me really happy, and it just really reminds me that I'm part of, like, I'm lucky enough to be part of this family, because the one thing I found with Resident Evil is, I mean, I've done 2 games, and both of them I've made lifelong friends. Sometimes with acting, you meet people.
We're not
and
dead yet, so we'll see.
You know what?
Right? We still have opportunities.
I'm working on it. No, but you know, as an actor, you'll work on a lot of jobs where you work with people and then you're done, and you might never talk to them again or see them again unless maybe you work on something else. And with this, I've stayed in contact. I've become friends with, hanging out with. It really did become a family, and that was really important, because I think you can kind of sense it. You can feel it when we're around each other. You can even sense it within the games. So yeah, and in the fan art, I see that. You guys create stuff with all of us. Like, you know, half of us weren't even in scenes or the game together, but we still get this incredible fan art that just creates such a family vibe. So that's always been really big for me. I'm done.
Do you want to talk?
Oh my God, here it is. All
There
right,
it is.
Here we go. I'm just like, yeah, here we go.
Maggie started something.
I did it first. Sorry, Maggie.
Snap. Oh, snap. fight. As I'm just like, oh my God.
Okay. Wow. So similarly, I haven't personally seen a lot of steamy Donna fan art. Paula has seen it. I haven't seen it.
I skip it.
No, I have nothing wrong with it, and it's not that I don't know. I just haven't seen it. It hasn't come up for me. Maybe I'm just not getting tagged in those
Here,
ones.
DM her.
Hold on. No. But similarly, I feel like the art that I've seen has been very beautiful, and it has encapsulated Donna's experience and personality in ways that you know, like I've talked about this before, that I have my own relationship with Donna, and my story and her story, and where they cross and where they differ. And seeing, you know, I'm going to piggyback on what Nicole said here, seeing other people's stories come out through the fan art and how they relate has been really beautiful and very, very touching.
That was my answer.
That's what you get for being at the end of the table.
I'd say I addressed this a little bit on my, I have to do a TikTok for it. So people have very strong feelings, right, about these characters, and that's amazing. And so let's preface this by saying you guys have had a minute to play this, so if it's spoilers.
Spoilers.
But we're all dead, pretty much. Give or take.
You succeeded.
All right, so it's there.
Like, hey now.
And, you know, in an imaginary village with, you know, that we can take apart babies and all sorts of fun stuff. So it's fiction.
And then put them back together.
And put them back together, so it's important. So it's fiction, but, so prefacing that, some people have created these characters that have amazing relationships and ships, if you will. And others have seen it more as just a complete amazing family and support. And the beautiful thing about both of those is one fandom doesn't take away from someone else's fandom, guys. They're not pie. You can all have your own. It's amazing, and we celebrate the creativity of all of them.
Yes.
After all, you know I can't have my own pie.
Yes, you can have pie.
You can all have your own individual.
Yes, everybody gets pie. Totally. So basically, I just think it's beautiful that, you know, whatever fan art and stories are created, the fan fiction, it's all feeding whatever need you have, whether that's to feed your need for belonging in a family, whether that's to feed your romantic need at the time. It's perfect and amazing, and we celebrate the creativity in all of that. So I haven't been offended by any of it. There's certain ones I might scroll past a little faster because blush. But no, I think they
Angie.
can all coexist, and I celebrate that.
I haven't seen any of this.
I don't
Angie
know
in her
what
little
much
skirt.
more there's going to be to add to this particular question, but I want to see us try, because when it gets to Nagi, she's going to be like,
She's gonna have nothing.
Yeah! That's the goal.
No, she comes up with one for sure.
For sure.
She's magical. It's going to be amazing.
Better be.
No pressure.
I don't see any steamy Danielle art ever. No.
Just get some.
Yeah, she doesn't need it. She just exists, and it's enough.
Mic drop.
That's it. She exists, and it's enough. No, but I mean, even the fan art with Jill and Danielle, like all of it, as everyone has already said, it's really just awesome to see everyone's creativity.
Yeah,
That's it. Love
definitely.
seeing the creativity that's present. Love seeing people put their own stories on these characters and allow them to be whatever those people need them to be. And prefer when people don't fight about it, because again, everyone can have the character with the way that they want the character.
Yeah.
It doesn't belong to any one person, but your relationship to that character does belong to you.
Yep.
And that's all you can control, so you can enjoy that
Preach.
as much as you want.
Yes.
So that's it.
Queen.
And you're done.
What Andy said. I mean, aside from what Andy said, there's a lot of generosity in the community, which I really noticed, especially with the fan art. It's very supportive, and I love that you guys are growing your own relationships through the fan art. And also, I look hotter.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm all about it. I'm here for it. Oh, wait.
I have my own, thank you.
Hi.
Yeah, what everyone else said.
I got it.
The fan art has been particularly special for me because it has awakened a lost art form of my own. I really love doodling, as some of you may know, and I had not been doing it. And then to have this game release and to see everyone else's creativity shine and all of the art that everyone else is making had inspired me to start drawing again, and I want to take classes, and I'm doing Bambi Heart as my baby, so shameless plug, follow Bambi Heart on Instagram, Adventures in Bambi Heart. I'm posting more stuff as I doodle, but so just so you guys know, what you did inspired me and gave back to me in a really immediate and tangible way, and now I'm very excited to explore art myself, and yeah, so that's been really
You got
cool.
Procreate and everything.
I got Procreate and everything. I got Ed. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of that was.
Follow the Bambi.
So you guys inspire us.
I just followed. You should do it too.
Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna skip to the lightning round.
Oh, jeez.
So 3 words or less each.
That's mean.
I know.
Do you not hear how much we talk?
She's like, cut it off, cut the mics.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
What makes your character relatable to you?
Oh,
3 words or less?
Loves her familiars. Because I love my dog, Reuben Wrinkles. Like Marguerite loves bugs. That was more than 3 bites.
Way more than 3.
no explanation. Okay, no explanation. Sorry. Go.
I want to be Maggie right now all the way down at the end.
My turn.
What was the question?
What makes your character relatable to you?
Oh, to me.
That's one word.
Psycho with chainsaw.
Great.
That's relatable.
Andy?
I've been married 14 years. It's very relatable. And go!
Aggressive multi-personality.
Nice.
Ooh. Good luck following that.
Loyalty.
Oh, come on! Boo! I'm out. I'm out.
Step forward. Wants to hang in the library?
You can have one of mine.
I'm taking some of hers.
Misunderstood.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Proud, powerful,
Pizzazz.
Zazz.
Bonus points for alliteration.
If you could play anyone else's character, who would you want to play?
On this table?
Yeah, on this table.
Or in...
I have an answer.
Let's think on this table.
I'd like to play Todd's character because
Ethan.
then you've got a really good chance of working again. Just say it. That's my answer.
I would pick Moreau as well.
Or are we just...
I know that's not on the table, but...
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I would probably do Angie. I mean, doll with scissors. That just sounds like fun. That would be really fun.
This is lightning round.
Lightning round.
Sorry.
Moreau's lover.
You mean Moreau's cheese?
You mean Lady Moreau?
Maybe Moreau.
You haven't met Lady Moreau?
You're assuming it's female.
Making some assumptions, Nicole.
Only because Lady Moreau is a created character with Jesse when he came on my stream.
Well, that's fair. I can't take that back.
Okay.
Maybe also Jimmy.
Yes.
Baby.
Yeah.
I can't say that's a lightning round.
Who's up? Who's up?
Obsessively watching them, we've named the baby fetus character. That guard fetus is Jimmy. So.
Paula, who would you be?
Oh, I said Moreau.
Oh, okay.
I want to be drooling. And
Me too.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
I get to be children and small things.
Be Angie and be small.
Nicole?
No pressure.
No pressure. Who would you be? You can do it.
Louisa.
Nice.
Just for Sarah. And also because no one said Lady D, because, like, LOL.
It's too obvious.
If all 5 feet of trying.
I would love to see Paula be Lady
Right,
D.
fair.
Yes. Yes.
You can pull it off.
That would be a good one.
And just for
Everyone
size,
stack your chairs.
It's just me standing up and her sitting down.
Is that? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. The height. I think that's appropriate.
Yes, my tennis shoes have this.
Okay. Last question. What is your favorite thing about the fans?
Oh.
This is 3 words or less again?
Yeah.
Is it? Girl.
Everything, everything, everything.
Passion. There's so much passion.
Yeah. Interaction.
Creativity.
Community.
Pizzazz.
It's love. It's love.
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 The answer's love.
All you need is love.
I'm
Sorry, I didn't mean that to happen.
That was ending the panel.
I think we have time for a few audience questions.
Ooh,
Who
yay.
has a question? Maggie, you can.
Why would you do that?
On the spot.
I have a question for each of you.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
I didn't do it.
Let's try to keep it concise.
Okay, I'm fine. I can't say myself. Here we go. Oh, what is your favorite moment in 7 or 8?
Ooh.
Throwing the desk.
Yes.
During the
Me throw the desk is your favorite moment. Everyone say throw the desk.
during the desk.
In 7 or 8, I liked being with all the Lords when we discover Ethan and we all get to be together because that was you hardly ever get to work with that many motion capture actors all at once, and that was a really fun day.
Also, the baby worms a lot.
Oh yeah.
Do I have to pick an acting moment? Because I would really like to say playing the game when I got away with stealing Lady D's lipstick.
Bravo. Bravo.
Don't tell Maggie I took it.
We won't.
Yeah. I would say in 7, it's kind of a toss-up between chainsawing my husband's hand off and getting dragged under the house by this lovely lady over here. Those are both 2 very fun days.
She kicked me in the face and broke my camera. Mine is the bedroom DLC in
Yes.
Village.
That was a good one.
No, wait. RE7?
RE7.
7.
Oh, that's what I meant. What did I say?
Village.
Oh shit! In RE7. Louisa's
Surprise!
bedroom DLC in Village.
People 100% are like, you just totally told us about DLC for Village? It's
Sorry,
not.
no, that was 7.
That was 7.
Which I played with you,
Yeah.
and then we got headaches.
Yeah.
And we had to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine was working with a motion capture art.
Ooh, fun. That would be fun.
Next.
Cool. Next question. Let's go
I'll pick.
with
You.
Here.
Hi, yes, this is actually inspired by Maggie. You did a video on reacting to people's tweets.
Yes.
Well, yeah, anyways, you did a video on reacting to people's tweets that were really positive about. So what's the most absurd, this is for the whole family, what's the most absurd tweet somebody's done about you regarding
I can't say it.
Most absurd tweet
Yeah.
done about us regarding
That we can actually say?
Out loud.
Because there's a lot I'm not going to repeat.
Use your discretion.
absurd.
What people said about us?
Like regarding your
Characters will be actors.
Well, that was
Because I absurdly say something about
well,
you?
no, I had a good one that was like, her voice is great, but it's not as interesting as Maggie's.
Oh! Maggie, stop tweeting stuff like that. God, it's so mean.
Bambi heart.
You know.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I think I got to I've turned a couple trolls in my day, guys.
Yeah, she's good at it. She is
and
good.
yeah, on
troll
occasion, as if they won't notice that they said that about you when they tagged you on occasion.
Yeah.
Somebody, definitely mentioned how high my voice is or annoying it is. I was like, well, it pays the bills. Thank you. And then they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And they were lovely and nice after that. So I think sometimes just reflecting a little humanity back can make a big difference. Kill the trolls.
I mean, I've definitely had lots of people blame me for games.
Ah.
Like how short RE3 is, and I'm like, that. I mean, literally zero control. So yeah, that's not on me. But I'm glad you enjoyed and you wanted more. I'm honored. I'm so glad you said.
There we go.
Yeah, that's always an interesting one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. One more question.
Let's go on this side of the room. Yep.
Okay.
If you guys game, what's your favorite game to play?
Oh, shit.
Portal.
Oh, that was fast.
2-player, like Portal 2, or just Portal, first one?
Both.
Okay. Well,
I haven't finished 2 though. So.
Obviously, we have.
Animal Crossing. Come to my island, Rubenton.
this year I really loved playing It Takes Two. It was just super great. And then I also really loved playing Breath of the Wild.
I just got It Takes Two. Do you want to play?
Ooh.
Again?
No, I mean, yeah, with me though.
Can I play the dude this time? Because I played the...
I don't care.
Okay.
You guys heard it here.
I'm open to it.
Okay, let's do
You
it.
want to stream it?
Yeah. Was there any other way to play?
Well, yeah, actually. Really, you can play games just for yourself. I know.
Crazy talk.
I know. I'm just starting TM, so I don't have a lot of background. As of right now, the shark dive experience in VR is kind of epic.
It's terrifying. She made me do it.
It was a lot of fun. Anything where I don't have to actually play and I can just experience, that's my kind of game.
I realized after playing, this is a long time ago, Baldur's Gate for like 3 days straight that I have a problem with gaming, that I can easily get very addicted. So I've had to step back and distance myself to just being a voice actor or occasionally watching amazing streams with friends.
And you wonder why your son is obsessed with Minecraft?
Oh my God.
Wonder where he gets that from.
Obsessed.
That is a house of Minecraft for the record.
Right there.
Yes,
Right there.
at the moment.
Hey, Jeff. Oh, yeah. You're in your massive thing.
I don't play games.
Any game.
Ever.
Board games.
She has spoken. Yeah, I also don't play games. Although the one game I played in my youth was The Lion King, and I.
Yeah. There we go.
Spoiler alert, I do not play games also, but I love the characters and that's why I'm here. Did I just hear a groan?
Definitely did.
All right. So, with that, I would like to say thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you, Lucy, for
Thank
hosting
you.
this panel.
Thank you, Lucy.
So, social media handles, you guys ready? You guys
God
ready?
damn it.
Get out your phones, right?
Get out. Want to see phones out?
I'm Lucy Smith.
Katie, I
at
wanna be
Lucy
friends.
Oh my God. Twitter, Miss Lucy Marie.
You're just being paranoid.
I'm at, I did this way before I needed, they're all different. At Scotesy and at SL Coates are mine.
Mine across the board at KDO Axe. Not axe as in a tool, but like acting. ACTS. It was missed. It was a missed opportunity.
Mine across the board is Andy_Norris, unless you're on Twitch, in which case it's Andy Awesome.
Hey-o.
Because I'm awesome at Portal.
I too am across the board with the underscore. It's Paula_Rhodes, RHODES, like the Colossus of, clearly.
Nikki Lee Tompkins, Nikile Tompkins. And I'm Nicole Tompkins on Twitch. You can also just type in Nicole Tompkins. It'll come up.
At Shelley Lukes.
Bye.
Nice and civil. I love it.
2 L's in Shelley.
2 L's and Shelley. What's on the end of Luke?
Good. At Maggie the Bard. And at Vampy Heart. Oh, Adventures of Vampy Heart.
Get it right.
I know.
Hell yeah. All right, guys, keep slicing those stereotypes.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Say goodbye. Bye, guys. Say bye. There we go.